Go to Search at the top menu and click Search the Catalog. Or you can go to Cataloging and then click Search the Catalog. Now you may notice one other link, Search the Catalog Traditional. That will take you to a search interface based off of an earlier version of Evergreen. When Spark upgraded to the current version of Evergreen that we use now, the decision was made to include this link as a courtesy to librarians who were trained using the old interface. It still does work, mostly, but all of our instructions in these training courses will be based off of the main standard Search the Catalog option. The search interface is broken up into a number of different search tabs. The one we're seeing currently displayed is the Keyword Search tab. The area here is where you configure your catalog search. The first thing to point out is the Format drop-down, which gives you the option to only search for items of one format. Blu-rays or audiobooks on cassette tape or maps, that kind of thing. The next drop-down is where you select your search field, whether you want to search by title, author, or subject, by series name, or by journal title. You also have the option here to search digital bookplates. We will go into more details about that later on in this course. The drop-down after that is for operator, whether the search will look for records that contain your search query terms, or whether it will look for records that do not contain your search terms, or for records that contain your search terms somewhere within the contents as an exact phrase, or that match your terms verbatim, or where the part of the record being searched starts with your query terms. And finally, the query area itself. This is where you type in your search terminology. If you want to be more detailed with your search, say, for example, if you wanted to search for books written by one author about one particular subject, you can do that by adding a search row. To do that, click the plus sign indicated by the arrow here, and the new row appears. You can do this as many times as you like. Click a plus sign and a new row will show up below. And to make the added row go away, just click the minus sign. To control how your search results are sorted, click the drop-down box here. And if you want to filter your search to only show items published in a certain year or written in a certain language, click the icon that looks kind of like 3 dots stacked on top of each other, and the full selection of filter options will be made available. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is the area here. This is where you select the level of the Spark-wide hierarchy at which you desire to search. The name or the shortcode displayed in this section controls where you will be searching. Please remember, if you are cataloging a new item, make sure that this is set to the highest consortium-wide level. Just click in the text entry area, scroll up to the top of the list, and select Spark Libraries. That covers everything for the keyword search tab. The next tab over is numeric search. Numeric search is where you will go whenever you need to search by a standard number. The default query type is ISBN, but if you click the drop-down, you can change this to search by Universal Product Code, by ISSN for journals or magazines, or by LCCN. You can also use this area to pull up MARC records by TCN or by item barcode. To the right of numeric search is the MARC search tab. This will let you fine-tune your search toward specific MARC fields and subfields. Using MARC search does require a somewhat high level of cataloging experience. But if you have that experience, you can get very creative with how you look for things. For example, the data that we see here would search for all MARC records where the publisher location contained the term Hyde Park. The final two search tabs are basically shortcuts that you can use for browsing. At the Browse tab, the drop-down here will let you browse by title, author, subject, or by series term. And at the Shelf Browse tab, you can browse by call number. Whether you utilize the Browse tab or the Shelf Browse tab, in either case, the layout of the result is pretty much the same. While we are talking about searching for records, one other topic that deserves highlighting is that of Title Control Number, or TCN. This is a unique number assigned to every MARC record in the SPARC database. For this book, the TCN is listed right there. TCNs are a quick way to pull up specific MARC records. To search by TCN, go to Cataloging at the top of the screen, and then select Retrieve Bib Record by TCN. Then type a TCN in the text entry area and click Submit. And the MARC record in question will be displayed. Now let us do an example search. Suppose that I wanted to look for all large print books at my location where the last name of the author was Patterson. To make this happen, I first would click the All Formats drop-down box and then select Large Print Book. Next, I would click the drop-down that says Keyword and select the value Author. Then I would click here in the text entry area and I would type the word Patterson. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will pretend that my home library is the Parkland Community Library. As you can see, the search location is correctly set up. So we can go ahead and click the green Search button. And here we see the results, or at least the first part thereof. to sort the results, click the drop-down box here and pick something from the options presented. To show brief summaries of the holdings information right here on the search results screen, click the Show More Details button. Now let us suppose that we wanted to look at the first record in the list of results, Alex Cross Run. To retrieve that catalog record, we can either click on the cover, or we can click here, right on the title.